Oh, no.
Oh, he shot him in the leg.
Might be okay. Not okay. Not okay.
That dude's like, yes, I am a dope man.
I like marijuana.
I like the Mary Janes. 3 white dudes living in 2020 in New England. I'm sure we're going to have great, relevant commentary and can easily relate to their struggles.
Oh, 100%.
We are the foremost authority on this subject.
Booty scratcher.
That's a swear word to them.
Punk, I'll kick your ass.
Oh, that's a swear word to everybody. The man who made Boys in the Hood made Too Fast, Too Furious.
Actually, that makes a lot of fucking sense.
I, Trey Styles, being of sound mind and body, agree not to get into any disputes, whether physical or...
Do declare this is my last will and testament.
Who makes their kids sign something like that?
Also, not legally binding. He's a minor. So far, there are boys, and they're in the hood. 10.
Honestly, I haven't seen enough hood. There's a bunch of them right now, though.
There's all kinds of hood. Are you kidding me?
That yellow one's really nice.
Yeah, I like those stripes.
I forgot Lawrence Fishburne was in this. I'm so jazzed.
That kid's going to grow up to be Ice Cube because Ice Cube always wears a Raiders hat.
This movie was parodied also in the 90s by a movie called Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood.
What? I should have recommended that one.
Where did all these leaves come from? There's no tree.
He's so talented.
He is.
It's weird because The Matrix is like most toned down role of all of his roles. Everything else he's in, he's like really charismatic and crazy.
Where did the bullets go? Because they would have gone out
Into his neighbor's house.
Got the neighbor dog.
Too bad you didn't get him. Be one less nigga out here in the streets.
What? Sir?
There's a very similar scene in Straight Outta Compton next movie. That's a line in Fuck the Police.
Yep.
Yes.
Black police showing up for the white cop.
Yeah.
Yep.
All you ever do around here is eat, sleep, and shit.
That's all 7-year-olds are good for.
They're not even good for half of those things. Oh, Stand By Me. I love this movie.
You guys want to go find a dead body?
That's the beat that Uptown Funk sampled from in the
Yeah,
background.
It is.
It's true.
Oh my god, they found a dead body. Yeah?
Conformity. That's a good theme and message. Ooh, going against conformity, even better theme and message.
Not beating up kids. Great theme and message.
Only sometimes beating up kids. Great theme and message.
It's a good character right there. You see that
Yeah.
he actually cares.
Exactly.
Unlike fucking dickhead over there.
He also initially threw it back to his buddy first, and then decided to give it back. That's cool. It means he's conflicted with what he's trying to do.
Yeah, because he wants to be a good, friend to
Yeah.
those people, but also like
Yeah.
not be a cunt.
Kind of adds to the whole cop perspective from the scene ago.
It's all about how shitty environments breed shitty people.
Yes. And sometimes you have to be shitty to fit in. You have to betray people that
Which is
like you care about.
Really good.
Yeah.
The movie's kicking ass with its themes.
I know. And we're like what, fucking 30 minutes in. It's got some great messages so far.
Only a real man can raise his children. I wasn't but 17 when your mother was pregnant with you.
So when stories do this and have a character that the character
No,
loves,
I hope he doesn't die.
he's
Shut
gonna
up.
die. He's gonna die because he's a very like heartfelt fatherly figure character who's saying, "Oh, I love you
I
so
think
much.
I'm gonna write a book.
I think I'm gonna write a book. I love you so much, Aquaman's Black Manta. I love you so much."
I guess that's why I went to Vietnam.
And then I got shot on the river. It was Lance's fault. All right, trilogy. Apocalypse Now, Boys in the Hood, The Matrix.
Yes.
You could argue he's the same character, kind of.
Morpheus's residual self-image in The Matrix before he got jacked out is Lawrence Fishburne.
Fitting song for this scene.
Things are not gonna get easier.
Yeah.
You got a permanent record.
Out of 10. Oh, okay.
10.
Okay, hard cut. Welcome back from juvie.
Is he Cuba Gooding after 7 years?
Yeah.
Or does he still wear those jerseys? Is that what's supposed to signify him as the
Yep.
same guy?
That's how you can tell who's who. Nobody's outfit style ever changes.
Over 7 years, I decided to switch things up and go blue instead of red. So which one is the main guy?
I
Cuba
think
Gooding
Cuba
Jr.
Gooding's
So he's
the
not
main guy.
here yet, right?
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Trying to keep track.
He is
Yeah.
not one of the boys in the hood currently.
When movies time skip like this, it's hard keeping track of like 4 or 5 main
See,
guys.
that's why they have that kid wear the mesh t-shirt so
Yeah.
you can one-to-one
That one
be
guy
like, oh,
checked off the list. All set.
two
Hey,
guys, 'cause
Doughboy,
that's
checked off the
Doughboy.
list.
Check. Doughboy's checked off.
I don't know which one is...
That's the little curly haired one is the
Oh,
little
I was
guy.
going to say.
Yep. Chris,
That's
little
that
Chris.
because they both have curly hair.
Yep.
So that just leaves Trey.
His hat says, "Yo, I'm Chris."
Hey, that's helpful for the audience. Checked off.
Just in case the audience wasn't sure.
10. His hat Says, yo, I'm Chris.
I wish they all had "Yo, I'm this guy" hats.
How do we convey to the audience that this character is Little Chris?
Well, we could say it on his hat.
Is that...
Cuba Gooding, baby.
Yeah.
That's Trey. You can tell by the way he's moving.
Oh, those rips look so good. That looks heat. If somebody ever pulled a fucking shotgun on me, I'd just be like, all right, I'm done.
Lean into it.
It's time. Larry.
He's still alive.
So glad Larry's alive, but I also have like high anxiety because he's too good of a character to stay alive.
The double barrel guy comes back and just
Oh,
bam.
No,
Oh, I feel like that's might... No.
it might. I feel like it might.
I like how they have a good relationship.
Yeah, it's too good for a movie. You ready?
No.
Bam.
You ready for what's gonna happen? Again, I have not seen any spoilers. Maybe he lives the whole time. Maybe it's a happy fun fest.
Let me tell you, son. My name's Dawson. I'm gonna write a book.
You had some pussy yet?
What?
You had some pussy yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
When?
Yeah, I'm glad my dad doesn't ask me when I get pussy.
That is mine.
Your dad knows you don't get pussy.
Yeah.
Boom, we go at it. Non-stop. Kissing, hugging.
Kissing and hugging. That's how you fuck.
I want you to animate this part, Kubo. We did every position.
You slamming my door like some kind of gorilla on a football field. Damn, nigga, what's wrong with you?
Why would a gorilla be on a football field?
Why the fuck not?
That's Ian's next recommendation.
MVP
He's gonna
4?
fund that movie and recommend it.
Wheeling down the street.
I was hoping he'd hit the curb and like propel himself up onto him.
I know you don't agree with me, but I think it's his decision. I think
How dare you? I had him sign a contract saying that he is not allowed to make decisions. Dude, it's impressive that they got the same deep mustard yellow shirts.
Why have one? One is bad. Don't have two.
No, mustard yellow is a good color.
No, it's not.
Just remember, all you have to do is get over a 700.
How many questions are there? 699. Every question worth 1 point. The last one worth 2.
The last question, did you get all 698 before correct? Yes or no?
Oh no. The Jordan Peele sweating thing.
There is not a single bad haircut in this movie.
I agree
agree.
completely.
If we were characters in the movie, I'd be Ricky. Just fucking drinking straight from the carton.
First of all, that's cultural appropriation. Second, I'd be Ice Cube.
Ian, you get to be Chris.
Whoa, I don't get to be anybody. I'm Lawrence Fishburne. I get to don't pick it.
It's these folks shooting each other and selling that crack rock.
Did everyone coordinate their like the Rumble emails to come here at this time and talk about real estate?
I cannot make it to the Rumble.
Fool roll up, try to smoke me. I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker if he don't kill me first.
you're doing exactly what they want you to do. You have to think, young brother.
You have to free your mind.
Ooh, that was a good talk considering that he shot first at his fucking door twice 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd argue that's a different situation. That was-
Right, but if a motherfucker roll up on me and I gotta kill him first, that's the exact same situation. Yeah.
But it also shows how much he's learned and grown over 7 years.
It so does.
You're right, you're
Fuck,
right.
this movie so works on every level.
Y'all coming from Compton.
Yeah.
What? You said it. Out of 10.
Y'all come straight out of Compton? Yeah, we're boys in the hood. All of Ice Cube's side is dressed in blue, and the other side was dressed in red.
Yep.
They're not saying they're gangs.
They're not saying it, because they
but-
get in trouble, probably.
Yep, but
'Cause
that's...
those are very violent gangs.
I hate little motherfuckers like you.
Oh yeah, that's some self-hatred.
Do you think that the cop is putting on a show for the white cop, or do you think he actually believes it?
No, it's a self-hatred thing.
It's a
Like,
self-hatred thing.
Ah,
You
okay.
get taught through media.
That's
a
what I
certain
think.
Thing and yeah,
I am genuinely shocked Fishburne's alive.
I'm genuinely shocked everyone's alive.
Post-credit scene, he dies of old age.
He turns to the camera, "Fuck you, Jake," and then slowly dies of old age.
That time has passed, sweetheart. You missed it.
Oh, she's mad. You see those nostril flares? She's pissed.
Sit your ass down before I raise my voice and make a fool out of both of us.
Ah, Ian, you called it.
She's about to kill him, and then Jake will be right too.
One of us said there's no bad hairstyles. That guy's, I submit.
Yeah, what, his Kodak black haircut?
Been a punk for Trey, let him go. Get on, mama's boy. Get him, go. Get him, go. Hey,
Well, that was actually kind of brilliant because
Yeah, fantastic scene.
it shows that even this systemic corruption of making black people fight and kill themselves stems down to two best friends.
Two
Fuck.
half-brothers.
They're brothers.
Half
yeah.
brother. Yeah, holy fuck.
It's the toxic environment breeds toxic people,
Yep.
and it
Yeah.
perpetuates itself.
Yep.
But Lawrence
That's
Fishburne,
exactly what Lawrence Fishburne was
Lawrence
talking
Fishburne was also talking about how it's not them that's doing it. It's this.
about. The system
Yep.
corrupts.
Yep.
God,
The-
fuck, this movie.
I
So
know.
smart.
Oh my, every scene. It. Oh,
Every scene is so good.
holy shit. I did not expect it to be this good.
This is a great film that knows what it's trying to say, and every scene builds on its themes. A full service market, asterisk right down below with like size 1 font, not actually.
Partial serve only.
Oh no.
Oh, he shot him in the leg.
Might be okay. Not okay. Not okay.
I don't think they're gonna bring him in. Oh my god. Oh no, just leave him there. Please don't bring him in. That's a lot of blood. You gotta clean out of the carpet.
I can't believe you ruined the pillow. No, that's plastic. Oh, okay, that's fine then. Did they call the ER or nah?
No.
What is ER gonna do? That man is deceased.
I like how she's blaming him. It's
mean,
not his fault.
It is, but it isn't.
It's not.
He put the wheels in motion for this to happen, though.
Ice Cube's character, I think Doughboy understands that on some level, he escalated this feud.
Absolutely.
And brought it to his house.
Look, he's denying it at first, but right now
he knows. He knows that in some way he is responsible.
Oh, what's Cuba gonna do?
I'm gonna go kill my dad so that Jake can be right.
Oh, it's like Whataburger, but
eat a burger. What do you do there?
And now Trey's falling into the trappings that he's avoided for 7 years.
Yep. But see, this works on a lot of levels because we as an audience don't know what he's going to do when he gets there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's amazing tension.
Yep. And he could know in this moment what he wants to do. He probably wants to kill him right now, but maybe that doesn't come to fruition. Maybe it does. But also Fishburne's character, the movie spends a lot of time dwelling on him
and what he taught his son.
Yeah, because now it's out of his control and out of his hands what his son's
cutting back and
do.
forth between the two biggest influences on Trey, which are his dad and Doughboy.
Yep, and now he doesn't know, his Lawrence Fishburne doesn't know if his son's going to come home at all tonight. Ever. That's fucked.
He still has blood all over him, though.
Yeah, he didn't change. He bolted out the window to go on Vengeance Quest. Oh, it's his college test scores.
He got over a 700.
He would have passed.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
Ricky would have made it into college.
Fuck.
His future was secured.
He's secured as a football-playing military guy, presumably.
Dude, he would have been everything. Football, military, doctor, computer guy. Ricky would have changed the world.
He literally would have been like the shining example of what can come out of this harsh environment if you choose to do the right thing. Is this like a Shakespeare play? Everyone's just going to die at the end?
So they're going to leave the one side character alive to explain to the dude, like, yeah, so everyone's dead. Congrats on being king.
That's 300.
Son, did you do the right thing? Yeah, I'm Boys in the Hood, Dad.
Straight out of Compton, son. Straight out of Compton.
He's mad that he snuck out, but he's probably super relieved that he gets a kid still.
You still got one brother left, man.
Come on, let's go kill my dad.
To prove Jake right.
I don't think Lawrence Fishburne's going to die unless he stumbles out the house having a heart attack in the next, 2 minutes.
This wasn't about a real event, so it's
no,
weird
it wasn't.
They're giving an epilogue via text. Wow.
Well, fuck.
Okay. And so was Lawrence Fishburne. Jake is right.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna say.
Lawrence Fishburne was jacked out of the Matrix 3 days later. Out of 10, guys.
All right.
Ian, shut up.
Ian doesn't go first, but Mud and I do. If you don't mind, I'd like to yeet directly in.
Man, what an emotional roller coaster.
An emotional fucking roller coaster it is. This movie, I kind of already echoed a lot of what I'm about to say during the scenes and right after the scenes that it was in. I kind of said all this already, but basically to sum up really quickly, this movie has every scene have 2, 3, 4, 5 layers to it, and it pays all of those off either right after or by the end of the movie. Everything culminates so beautifully, and I love the subtext. I love the text. I love a lot of what this movie does and doesn't do to show you this world and show you the overall themes of the environment trying to pin these people against each other. This systemically happens from the top all the way down to the bottom. So you got the rival gangs, quote unquote. They don't establish them as Bloods or Crips or anything, but they have them as two factions. And then it scales down by the end of the movie to 2 people, those brothers who were fighting, just fist fighting. I think it's a huge fucking scene that gets kind of overlooked by the movie's own logic, but it really kind of reinforces and hammers home those themes of this environment. And then you have every character represents a different level of morality. So you got true pure evil in the form of those bully characters that die at the end, but also the Uncle Tom Cop would be the more extreme versions of that. But then the morally most good, which would be Lawrence Fishburne, but even then he still pops him off on his doorway when he thought there was a guy there. So even then that still shows that no one really is completely above doing that kind of stuff when you're in this environment. But more so, it's about the main character, Cuba Gooding's character, trying to find his place, what his role is in this environment when he doesn't want to go down that road and he wants to be the best possible person to measure up. Because you get that I'm sorry, I just keep talking about it, but like you get that entire aspect of him potentially having a kid with that girl, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck it means to be a dad. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? And Lawrence Fishburne's there like, no, it's more about just popping a baby into a person. You have to actually measure up and be an example and role model. And at the end of the movie, when he goes to actually kill that dude, you see that confliction and and it plays out so well. And I love how that ending scene with him and Fishburne just standing and staring at each other, they don't say a fucking word, and you know every thought that's running through both of their minds visually, and that's so fucking cool. I'm just gonna start 10. I have no complaints. This is a fucking brilliant movie. All right, Mud, your turn.
Yeah, I agree. 10.
All right, Ian.
No. To build on that. Yeah, this world, real life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the world it sets up.
Like, I know. The world of the movie. I just wanted to rib at you. To build on what you're saying, this film really is just so good about making it clear that the environment creates these people. Like, you see those scenes of Trey trying to quote unquote fit in, but you can see that he hates himself for doing it. You know, like when he goes off with Doughboy to go get revenge, and immediately, like, he thinks he wants it in that heat of the moment, but he realizes he is, I'm gonna say, better than Doughboy and his friends, and he realizes that this isn't what he wants. No matter, he's not going to let the situation break him. He's not going to let the environment get the better of him, you know. And like it's still shown throughout the movie that there are aspects of it that leak into everyone. Like you said, Lawrence Fishburne makes that speech about how we all need to be better than each other, and then he tries to execute the dude robbing his house, which, you know, that's a morally gray thing where it's like, was he in the right, was he in the wrong, is he a hypocrite? I'm not really sure. I don't think he was, given the situation, but
especially with his son in the house.
Exactly. Or like Trey trying to pressure his girlfriend into having sex. That's a pretty fucked up thing that you wouldn't expect from the morally good, upstanding protagonist.
Yep.
I like that a lot of characters do have that fault. There's that one thing where it's like, no, this is something that humanizes them and makes it clear that they're not these like perfect saints of a character who are fighting valiantly against this terrible situation that they're in. You know, they all have their own pitfalls. They all have their own trappings. You know, Ricky has a kid. Trey's trying to pressure his girlfriend into having sex. Doughboy's the piece of shit.
Dude, we didn't even touch on Ricky. That whole
Holy
character
shit.
arc.
I'll be honest. I don't understand why everyone is like, oh, Ice Cube and Cuba Gooding Jr. Dude, the guy who plays Ricky, he should be up there. Like, he carries this movie for a solid part. Like, he is the emotional crux of the film, and it's just tragic what happens to him. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day, I would say Trey is the protagonist. Don't get me wrong, but he's an observer. He's who we see the movie through.
I would vendetta type situation.
I think there's an argument to be made that Ricky's really the main character, and that his death, you know, his life and death is what the film is about, and how people react to it.
Yeah,
that is my thesis. I said it already. I'm gonna match your score. 10 out of 10. This movie's fucking brilliant.
Fuck yeah! Alrighty.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single character in this movie, every actor, everything is just so well done. I love the pacing. I've mentioned that a couple times. The pacing in this movie is so good because it's like a nice, slow, like realistic pacing. It doesn't have a lot of skips. It has the year skips, but when you get down to the meat and potatoes of what's actually happening, it doesn't have a lot of skips. It's day by day. It's slow. It's nice. It feels like you're watching people's real life.
Yep.
In like the short week-ish span, I assume.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal. Oh my god, the directing is fantastic. I love everything you guys talked about, especially. The character work in this movie is brilliant. Honestly, like when everything was happening with Ricky, I'm like, don't kill Ricky. I love Ricky.
And then they killed Ricky.
And I went, wow, I'm actually really fucking upset. Like, I care about every single, even Doughboy. You might be like, oh, Doughboy's a piece of shit. Doughboy's not a piece of shit. That's the thing. I feel bad for him.
I mean, I do too. Sorry. I don't mean like I hate him. It's just like
he is on the moral scale.
On the moral scale, he's a piece of shit, but he's a good character.
Yeah, he's a good, because no one's all good or all bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the point of the movie.
Yeah, I love that the movie's overarching message is no matter where you are on that scale, the environment is going to pressure you to be more morally evil.
And the environment shouldn't exist is a lot of the Lawrence Fishburne thing too.
Yep.
There's a lot of really, really good subtle things. Like we mentioned the color, the red and the blues. Did you notice that when they pulled up at the burger place to the drive-by. Guy put a hat on that said Monster on it.
Yep.
Ooh, actually, I didn't pick that up at
Because
all.
when you commit a crime like that, you're labeled in the media as that, and a lot of people of color are labeled as that for different reasons. And I thought that was incredibly,
that other bully,
incredibly well done and subtle.
the other bully character had the red ram hat with like the red eyes going
Yep, the
crazy.
Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. Yep.
It was a bull.
Bull. Not
It
ram.
is- it is just, it blew me out of the water. Everything about this blew me out of the water.
I know.
It is absolutely phenomenal and heartbreaking and heart-wrenching, but gripping and interesting. And
This is the reason I love movies. Like,
Yes.
this movie is what I want movies to be.
Yep.
You know?
Movies that can take a situation in an environment that you have no grasp on, no relation to, no
well, it's
way
not
of.
even no grasp on, because this shit still happens.
Well,
and-
that's not what I mean. I mean
Like-
us three white boys from Massachusetts who don't affiliate with gangs or really know anyone who's in a gang.
Yeah.
We can empathize and be like, oh my God, I understand this character
Yes.
and their struggles
Yep.
through the medium of the film.
Yeah,
is
there
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
one element of this movie that felt like heavy-handed or over the top. It
No.
all was
Everything's
done,
really subtle. It's
Yeah.
very, very much show.
all woven in, all beautiful.
Show and show and show. There's
Just
no
show.
telling, except at the end when they tell you what happens, but that's wrap up the film.
I like that though, because you
Yeah.
know you do want to know what happens to them.
It fits the tone. It's a little like there's a corny element to the whole movie, but it's never over the top.
I get what you're
It's
saying.
never cartoony or anything
Yeah.
like
No,
that.
it feels very 90s at that
Yeah.
in some parts, but
I
that's
agree.
not a bad thing because it's set in the 90s.
Yeah,
it's
fair
about-
enough.
It's about the 90s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also 10. This might be one of the best films ever made. Honestly,
Honestly, I'm
it's-
thinking the same
it's
thing.
up there.
It was really fucking good.
It is really
I
good.
understand why people like reference this movie a lot. It comes up in a lot of like cultural talks about
Yeah.
like movies and stuff. Like I hear a lot of times people are like, "Oh yeah, Boys in the Hood." Like,
But everyone always talks about Do the Right Thing is the best one ever, and it's like I like that movie a lot, I do,
Yeah.
but I think this might even be better.
when it
I-
comes to like that style of film, just
Yeah.
talking about like the problems
Yeah.
of
I think I
modern
prefer
day
this to
America
Boys in
and
the
race
Hood,
relations.
I prefer
frickin-
Boys in the Hood. The Boys in the Hood.
Yeah,
I would
prefer this to-
absolutely say I prefer Boys in the Hood to Do the Right Thing. And
I would also say
but
the same thing.
That's because I
actually.
don't really like Do the Right Thing.
I think Do the Right Thing is phenomenal.
I think it's okay.
But at the same time, this does such a good job talking about it. And Do the Right Thing feels very 90s the whole time. This
That's an
only has
80s movie though.
Yeah, it feels a little more campy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We all have different levels of appreciation of Do the Right Thing.
I think it's like a 9.
You're not
Yeah.
a huge fan.
I'm
I'm
not
a
a huge fan.
casual fan of it, and Ian's a big fan of it.
It's a good movie. It's
You know
like
what
a
it is?
9.
You know what it is? The less Italian we are in this room, the more we like it. I'm not even kidding.
That's
I'm
true.
the most
I'm not
Italian.
Italian at
You're
all.
the second most.
It
Ian's
portrays
not Italian
Italians
at
as
all.
bad guys. You're like 0.
Dude.
Man, Mud's gonna hate World War II.
The concept.
Ah, that's fine.
I can't wait for the next movie that we're gonna watch.
That has
Man,
nothing to do with this one.
The guy in it.
You know what I just realized? That movie's directed by F. Gary Gray. I'm pretty sure he also directed a Fast and Furious movie.
Maybe. He directed the new Men in Black, the one no one liked.
Oh, the bad one.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
so
Guys-
let's watch Ice Cube's origin story.
The boys are gonna be out of the hood, and we're going straight into Compton.
Compton is the hood.
We're straight in there.
Yeah. How else are you gonna get out?
Oh, good point.
Why you gotta be so ruthless, Eric?
My style is a juvenile.
You can tell Dre produced this movie because he's like, I'm gonna intro my character surrounded by music, listening to music, and jamming to music at the same time.
Now you're gonna have to go to school or you're gonna have to go to work.
Mother, I am Dr. fucking Dre.
Not yet.
Mother, I am Andre.
Dude, Jers.
Look, when I get set up right, I'm gonna bring you with me.
And then he never brought him with him.
It takes out the fucking
It looked like he was gonna.
No, you know what my favorite part is? Lil Eazy-E auditioned for the role of Eazy-E, of his father. They said no, and then O'Shea Jackson Jr. is playing Ice Cube.
Dude, if I didn't know that was his son, I'd swear they deep faked him.
Because a lot of people don't look exactly like their parents, but
The Cube family, however, yes.
Cube family.
This movie clarifies that Ice Cube wrote those lines. When he said, "Don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit," he meant that.
because Ice Cube said it.
Well, he did say something. He didn't write shit.
But you can't quote him. They're not his quotes.
Hey, what's going on? Shut the fuck up, blood. Y'all niggas ready to die today?
I like how the bus driver is just like, "Oh, it's time for this like weekly."
Yeah, time
Fucking-
to lose another kid. Getting out the paperwork now.
We're boys in the hood, and we're in the hood, and we're boys.
Trey did, in fact, get out of Compton.
Your movies are about boys being in the hood and getting straight out of Compton.
Doe did also, in his own way.
And then his
He
son.
ascended to heaven, is what you meant.
I
by
don't know.
that.
I think Doe goes to hell. No offense, Doe, but you're going to hell. man.
Offense, Doe. He's going to hell. Oh, this is an awesome fucking beat.
Well, yeah, it's a Dre beat.
And Dre's like, I'm producing this movie. I'm gonna look so fucking good in it.
I'm only gonna look cool in every scene.
Kinda, yeah.
Mama kicked him out because of that mouth.
Yo, girl, what that mouth do? Back talks my mother. I'm also not a girl.
I'm the only gangster out here.
All right.
He said gangster
I'm
with
a
the hard.
fat white man. I'm a gangster.
He said gangster with the hard R.
Yeah, that's the only word he said with the hard R in the scene.
From around the way, since I was a youth.
Is that him rapping? Or is it his dad rapping?
I thought
I think it's him rapping.
There's no way he sounds just like his dad.
He does. Hold on, I'm looking it up.
And then you say, God damn, they ruthless.
Records.
My style is what you
Every goddamn 2 minutes.
We don't just say no, we too busy saying.
Hell yeah! Sorry, I like this song.
It's a good song.
The production faced several controversies, including casting call issues and several acts of violence on set.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can do you better.
Suge Knight went to jail over this movie.
I can elaborate. 7 days into filming, a drive-by shooting took place directly in front of the cast and crew members while they were on set.
What the fuck?
If you type in "did oh she," it says Jackson Jr. rapping straight out of Compton ? On Google.
Good.
Answer is both. The actors in the film re-recorded NWA's album Straight Outta Compton, and the film mixes their versions along with the original tracks from NWA.
That's pretty sick.
So the answer is yes, but actually no.
Ruthless.
My style is what you
B Street looking motherfucker.
Fucking Jerry curl ass.
Keep talking that bullshit on your way out the door, nigga.
Ice Cube walks out and cut. Good work, son. You insult that guy a little bit harder next time.
Dre walks out. All right, you need to look 10 times cooler.
Here's a lollipop.
Eazy-E walks out. Oh my god, a skeleton.
You the only motherfucker with a 6'4". You got a 6'4"?
I don't have a car.
You got a 6'4"?
I ride the school bus, dog. Come on, Dre.
Ice Cube wrote "Cruising Down the Street my 6'4" without a fucking car at all.
Yeah, he wrote it about easy.
That's beautiful.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
White people rapping like.
That's so good.
What the fuck is so funny?
Dude, everything you just said. was fucking
Cruising
hilarious.
down the street in my 6.
Do it again, but rap good this time.
Let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, I was cruising down the street in my 6'4" Impala.
Would I not be gangsta? Am I wrong?
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Oh, it's even better than last time. Can you release a full official soundtrack of just him rapping like that for all of his songs? And Dre walks in and smacks the bad out of him so he can rap correctly.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Oh, shit. Hey, that was dope, eh? That shit was dope.
One line. That was the best thing ever, E.
That was better than everything he's done prior. I like Dre looking over his work like, yeah, I'm proud of this bitch.
Dre's also off screen like, yeah, I fucking love this.
Like, oh, I love this movie.
Knowing nothing in life.
But to be legitimate, don't quote me, boy, because I ain't said shit in it.
Wow, your timing's awful, Ian. Try again. Be better.
This shit slaps.
Mm-hmm.
You said shit in it?
Yeah,
What the fuck is that? It just clicked in my
I
head.
said shit in it.
What the fuck?
Burn, it rhymes with legitimate.
I'm aware.
I did not notice he said that.
Oh yeah, another thing. Ren's barely in the fucking movie.
Yeah, Ren's barely in it. Yellow's in it even less.
Yeah, and they're like founding.
And they're both pissed about it.
Yeah, they're core members of the fucking people.
They're NWA. Like, NWA isn't just E Cube and Dre. It's E Cube, Dre, Ren, and Yella. And Arabian Prince and DOC, but like mostly those 5.
And I gotta give it up to my boy Dr. Dre, who's coming with Compton.
I gotta give it up to my boy Dr. Dre producing this film, so he's gonna look badass in every.
Produce the record, produce the film.
Dr. Dre watching the movie, he should say I gotta give it up to Dr. Dre in this scene.
Everybody should say that in every movie. Oh, that's another thing. Jerry Heller sued this movie because the movie made him look like shit, and then he died, and his estate continued the lawsuit.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit of the estate to keep doing that. Because who's it for at that point?
Is that "I'm Your Captain" by Grand Funk Railroad playing in the background?
Yeah, I think.
What a banger!
Let me see. I worked with War.
What is it good for?
The War made Lowrider, the George Lopez theme song.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Say it again.
Niggas with attitudes.
He's like, I am uncomfortable.
He's like, as long as we can abbreviate that bitch.
I cannot say that, but that's fine.
With attitude. Nice.
It's up my dick. It all happened
That's a bad word. I'm leaving. I just wanted to enjoy my night at the club. That dude's like, yes, I am a dope man.
I like marijuana.
I like the Mary Janes.
Do that shit. Do it. Do that shit. Do that shit.
Haha, do that shit, haha.
He wants to sign you.
Yeah, immediately. Look, fellas, I gotta say, I love the show. All right, what?
You know, we made fun of him, like, jokingly sounding like that, but he sounds like that.
I was laughing too, I promise. Then I started cashing checks.
I still can't afford a fucking barber though, so
Yeah.
someone can get my number on that.
I
It'd be
live
great.
in my car.
I subscribe to Doug Heffernan's philosophy from King of Queens, where if it's true, it's usually crapperoo. But I like this movie.
Yeah, hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. But you hear the difference, right?
Yeah, way better than the shit I came up with.
I know.
I know, wow. Dre, I'm cool.
All right, so I'm producing this movie. I want a scene where Yella just tells me that all my beats are better.
Better than everything he's ever written.
Thank you, my
Music
good
keeps
man.
sounding like this album is gonna be incredible.
Well,
It's gonna be legitimate. And it's gonna make you a shitimate load of money.
I'm gonna hit you.
Kyra's gonna be okay, all right? All right, baby?
Bye, Jack.
Daddy love you.
That's like the first not cool thing Dre's in this movie.
Dre wasn't on set that day.
You can't come down here and arrest people just because of what they look like. Are you crazy?
Good theme. Same as the last movie.
Good theme, but it's a lot more text than subtext.
Yeah.
I got something for this beat.
He wrote "fuck the police" in the bathroom while he took a stress piss.
Thinking every nigga is selling narcotics.
Oh, that's a banger too.
It is a banger transition.
This is an autobiography of the E, and if you ever fuck with me.
Oh, it's an autobiography of the E. Never fuck with me. That's the plot of the movie.
Because I'm ruthless when I spot
My style was juvenile.
Not ruthless again, easy.
Gangster rap has become incredibly popular.
In case the fucking 80-year-old people who are blind can't buy a rap album, they have it in big text.
Hey!
That's like 4 guns.
Move,
You just fucking bodied her.
Yo, that's a oneer. That whole fucking thing.
It still is going.
Good wipe transition, but still good. Aha, this is the one shot where all 5 of us are actually in the movie. All right, bye,
Yellow's
Yellow
not
Wolf.
in there.
Oh, fuck.
That's
Not
yeah,
even.
that is not Yella.
Encourages violence against law enforcement. Advocating violence and assault is wrong, and we in the law enforcement community take exception to such action.
fuck that.
Wow, they'd be really mad about every song.
What do they feel about "I shot the sheriff"? Hey, guess who's not in this shot?
Yo,
I've been scanning the table. Guess who's not at the table?
maybe he's getting more vagina.
Speak a little truth and people lose their minds.
Oh, wait. Yep, that was all 5. Oh, yeah. White boy stomped them. That'll fucking teach him. My style was a juvenile.
If you read his hat, is that what happened?
That is what happened. Very good.
Thank you.
Every time I hear the word,
I know.
no more
You
questions
auto-think of
pops
it.
up in my head because that song fucking comes.
I know that song bumps.
What did you just say?
I said I like the song.
It's my little brother, man.
Well, that just happened. I mean, I hate to undercut an emotional, like, moment for Dr. Dre's character, but...
Well, to be fair, it does just happen, but it also just happened to him in real life because he wasn't there.
You're absolutely correct.
Like, we weren't introduced to his brother much. If we
Yeah,
are, I
it
don't
doesn't
remember.
have the... I get it. I understand what the movie's trying to do, and I respect it. And I think this is a well-acted scene,
Very.
but I think we just didn't spend enough time with Dre's little brother to get this impact of, like, oh my god. He's a real Dawson was gonna write a book.
He's a real Yella. He's not in the movie.
Yeah, he's a real MC Ren. Not in the movie enough to underscore the amount of contribution he made.
Is that all 5 of the main dudes?
Yep.
One shot. They're not even facing the fucking
2 shots.
camera.
We're up to 2 shots of all 5 of them.
The performance of the song, F the Police, will not be permitted.
Actually, it was fuck, officer.
Oh, okay. We don't have that song.
This is an autobiography of the E, and if you ever fuck with me.
I keep saying that line because it is one.
It is. And then he says straight to Compton here.
All right, guys, out of 10, they said the title. When it's just a straight up like, oh, the only reason that this is a problem in the movie is for the sake of the movie, that's when I have a problem.
As a blanket statement, I will say the number 1 sin that biopics commit is glossing over some important details.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's like glossing over MC Ren and DJ Yella's contributions to NWA.
That'd be crazy if that happened.
Searching my car, looking for the product. Thinking and every nigga is
I
solid.
mean, so far in this verse, he hasn't advocated violence against them. He's just saying they suck ass.
Ren is the one who really advocates for violence against police.
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna shoot them. But it's okay, Ren's not in this movie.
Oh, it's fine then. This is a perfectly fine song for them.
I don't know what they facts or what. Such a nigga dead.
It is slandering. They're calling them all fags. It's pretty funny.
You can't say that. You've never had sex with one.
Ah, fuck. Well, you want to change that?
To the street top, black police showing out for the white cop.
Hey, that's what happened in Boys in the Hood.
And this movie, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Not nearly to the effect of.
And when I finish, it's gonna be a bloodbath of cops dying in LA.
Okay, no, that's...
All right, fair. I'll give you that line. And a lot of the other ones.
Cops be like, how dare you say that about me? I'm gonna shoot you.
They're solving police brutality with police brutality. I mean, in that context, it has a lot to say about 2020 America.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
Wow,
fuck.
it's almost like these themes are always relevant because nothing ever fucking changes.
I mean, that's a fucking legend move, performing that song they said no to, and then
getting
you.
arrested for it? Yeah, that's fucking baller status.
Our art is a reflection of our reality.
I make a bloodbath with a cop every day of my life. What about you?
Will you be more careful about what you say, how you say it?
No, bitch, shut up. His hat says Ice Cube on it.
That's how you know.
It's his own name.
Yo, I'm Chris.
You know what's great about this scene? I love that MC Ren and Yella are in it.
They haven't said a fucking word.
Said a fucking thing.
I think Yella answered like half a question. I wanted him to like start talking to Dre. She's like, yeah, shut up.
It was
shut
something
up.
like menial, like, nah, man, or something like not
Yeah,
even like a full
exactly.
sentence.
What you see when you go outside your door?
I know what I see.
And it ain't glamorous.
I can barely see you, Jerry.
My style's Juna.
I'm gonna just throw out some color theory stuff. I like that Jerry's wearing a white jacket with a black button up underneath. It's a little, it's stark.
Also notice that Jerry is shaded by darkness and Ruthless, my style, is lit up a little bit.
Yep, this is him starting to show his true colors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Jerry's an
very
asshole.
Yeah. It's got to be intentional with the themes of this movie, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Easy has a shirt that says Easy on it.
Oh, yeah. It's good for our... So when they age up the characters, we know which character is who.
Yo,
I'm Chris.
We gonna keep this momentum going or what?
Oh, man, not like this.
I thought you was Dre, now you P. I can't believe you do this to
Now you
us.
pray. Proctor.
I mean, easy is easy. I'm Ice Cube. You can clearly tell by
Yella
my hat.
has a Y on his hat.
Y on his hat because he's yellow.
DJ Ren's not in scenes.
So
Yeah.
he doesn't have anything on his hat.
Exactly. He's so prominent that Ian fucked up his name because it's MC Ren.
Fuck.
Somebody said DJ Ren earlier.
That was me 300 times.
Payback's a motherfucking nigga. That's what.
Yes, Ice Cube solo stuff. Wait.
Yeah.
I love Ice Cube solo stuff.
I got a baby on the way, and a house I just paid.
It's me. I'm the baby on the way.
Dude, it's such a funny flip from Boys in the Hood where we're like, wow, oh my god, this movie's so deep and thematic and the character work is amazing. And now we're just like, hats. Characters aren't in the movie. Booty.
Look, I just focus on the music, Shug. That's it.
And I definitely do not beat my wife. Definitely.
Was that good, Dr. Dre? Off screen. Yeah, that was good.
I can't wait to see you in the Heights, kid.
Well, I don't really care. The anti-Semitic piece of fucking shit. Who the fuck does he think he is?
Oh, that's where you draw the line. He mentioned Jew like once or twice. Wow. Fucking the rest of the song is ripping everyone in that room to shreds who isn't Heller.
And then there's one line, and he's like, oh, by the way, Heller's Jewish.
I don't understand why the fuck you're not more angry about this.
Because it's fucking bars, that's why.
About me? Come
You
on.
got your way of dealing with it. I got mine.
Doing nothing at all. Sitting on my ass.
Understanding that I have taken a fucking L off this one.
Did Vaseline press charges? I feel like they should have.
No, that's fucking free promotion.
No lubricant.
For when you want to fuck your homies, Vaseline.
Please don't end up like Eazy-E.
Dead.
Oh, wait, I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
Dying from AIDS.
What's up, Law? How you doing, Compton?
You said we was always gonna be brothers.
Yeah, this is one of the turning points to a different main character.
Mm-hmm.
Yella.
Oh, that's a
The
good one.
Yella and Ren spin-off movie.
Yeah, it'll work. All right, this business, Shug. Come on, man.
Look, Keith's got the mannerisms of Snoop down.
Yeah, he
That
does.
is exactly how he walks and
Kind
acts.
of that
and
little
moves.
hunch, that like kind
The
of
head movements.
The head movements, it's the hand gestures.
His eyes are up. He's kind of
He
squinting.
touches the nose. He touches the heart. Like, dude, I've seen a lot
His
of videos.
hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've watched plenty of Snoop over the years.
Fucking
This is
love Snoop.
exactly how he moves.
You do that, and you're gonna ruin everything we've worked for.
We're gonna ruin everything we worked for, like my entire bank account with your money in it.
I look like fucking Pope. This is difficult E right now, okay?
E, I'm your boy. I'm in this shit with you.
Barely.
MC Ren's tweet when the first trailer dropped was, man, fuck these bitches at Universal Pictures leaving me out. The movie trailer's trying to rewrite history. And then he goes, when you have bitches work on a hip-hop film that don't know shit about hip-hop, this is what happens. How the hell you leave me out after all?
After Cube left, he wrote almost all the lyrics exclusively.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then...
But that's but the thing is, that's a throwaway line in the movie.
Yep.
After some discussions regarding both parties, he later tweeted, "Congratulations to the cast and crew. Great job in telling the story." That's a fucking bullshit PR statement. What the fuck? We should make a hot quality content biopic and cut out Ian Mello and Mud.
Yo, wait, no. I'm one of the two guys
No,
that founded this.
Make it about
you're
me.
the Arabian Prince, and then I'm...
Ian, you're in the background, and you're like, hey, Jake, you should do all of the jokes and all of the funny parts and all of the videos.
I'm 100% yellow.
I'm sorry, that was your line. You can't speak much more than that.
What's up? I saw Boys in the Hood.
What? So did I. It was great.
Ian, there's your connection. Didn't he have a full fucking perm afro thing going on for Boys in the Hood?
It was a wig.
Was it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Singleton also noted that the studio was unaware of Ice Cube standing as a member of the group NWA.
How are you unaware?
It's like when Nolan cast one of the One Direction boys in Dunkirk.
What's up? I mean, you know me, man.
Why you wearing that, Dre? You can't see me. Yeah, but I know what you're wearing. What
I can
the fuck?
feel it. It's so bad. It transcends phone calls.
Why are you wearing like a gray prison jumper? Easy. You got socks and sandals on. Aight, fair. Will you join NWA again?
I talked to Cube, and we were talking about some possibilities.
You call Yella and Ren yet? Nah.
I'm not calling them.
They just appear.
Dr. Dre and Death Row are one of the same. You just can't up and leave.
I'm doing my own thing, Shug. Starting fresh. Nobody to answer to but myself.
I can't criticize the plot because it's real life, but it's funny that Dre, I'm quitting this, I'm making my own thing, and then the next sequence, oh, I'm quitting this, I'm making my other own thing.
Did it twice.
He did it twice.
Out of 10.
It's just like they try to hide what's going on.
He sounded just like him.
Yeah,
man.
he did a great impression.
All right, guys. Not Ian, out of 10.
Whew, this was really good.
Solid.
You know what? I would say this movie's very, very good. Very well shot. Very well directed. Amazingly acted. Oh my god, each of these performances is a powerhouse.
Absolutely.
Even for as much as we ragged on them, I think Ren and Yella get their moments to shine.
Oh my
here
god,
and
Red
there.
especially. That one of those last scenes where he's like, "This is bullshit." When Easy was, you know.
I'm gonna
that
agree.
scene especially, I would say, is when they get their moment.
I'd agree and disagree. I'd say Ren has his moments to shine. Yella doesn't.
Yella has a moment.
I don't know.
Yella has a moment when he's leaving. Ren has a couple moments. They're usually in support of somebody else. Like he never has a moment. You know. That's
Yeah,
the big
it's weird
criticism.
how Ren and Yella, the guys who didn't produce the movie, are like, "Wow, Cube, you're right. Wow, Dre, you're so cool." You know, they're always supporting the main
Wow,
three.
you're almost as good as Cube. You're almost as good as Dre.
Well, you try to be Jay, you try to be
leads into
Cube.
my criticism of it feels like there's too much going on in this movie for as long as it is, and I wouldn't cut much out of this film. There's a lot going on because the rap scene in the late 80s and the early 90s and the mid 90s was very complicated. You got East Coast versus West Coast, you got Suge, you got Easy. It's a lot of stuff that you can read about.
Well, not to be fair, the movie isn't about the East Coast versus West
You're
Coast.
right.
Stuff.
But it also feels like it is. You've got Tupac cameo. You got Snoop Dogg cameo. You
Because
got
they work
Suge.
with Dre.
I know. But that's what I'm building to is this would have been an amazing mini-series.
Yes.
Everything.
Give Ren some screen time. Give Yellow some screen time.
Hey, put a fucking Arabian Night in the film.
Put Arabian Night in the goddamn film.
Arabian
put
Prince.
DOC in the film.
Put Arabian Prince in the film.
Arabian Prince, sorry. Arabian Night's a song. You know, like give Snoop an episode. Give Tupac
Give him
an
the next episode.
Come on, like this would be an amazing, like probably like 10 or 12-part miniseries just about the rap game in the late 80s, early 90s, and it would have been fantastic.
The first to go off of what you're saying too, it'd be so you could flesh out everything.
You could.
Everything.
This is
even
what
the
I mean.
Suge
'cause
shit.
I mentioned earlier, like there was talk of like having a Snoop Dogg spin-off movie with Lakeith and a Tupac spin-off movie with the Tupac guy and a Suge Knight spin-off movie, and it would be like the rap cinematic universe, which
It
sounds dumb.
Mud, you're just stealing all my fucking thunder. I had 2 points.
I'm gonna finish, and I will pass over to you before I take anything else. I'm gonna give this movie a 9.
Okay. So I was going to say it felt like a movie that was 3 hours cut down to 2.5.
Yes.
It felt like there's like another chunk of almost 40 minutes of film that covers a lot of these details and plot lines that they have in here, kind of.
Especially in the last third.
Yeah, they just kind of touch on them. And I feel like the first 2 acts are so strong, with the third act kind of just tries to wrap everything up really quickly. And it's like, oh well, you could have fleshed
Like,
that out.
You start Dre's whole ass arc with less than an hour left. And you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, time
Oh
out.
yeah, exactly. It's this huge entire endeavor in his entire life that kickstarted and created Aftermath, and that's like one of the most prominent and important labels in the past like 20, 30 years or so. And I don't know. I really do love most of the movie though. And the other thing I wanted to say is, yeah, rap cinematic universe. Dude, you could make, when Eminem dies, God forbid, you could make a fucking sequel with him returning as Dre and then cast an Eminem and create that movie.
That's
Wouldn't
called
that be-
8 Mile.
Yeah.
You cast Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, but
Fuck Eminem.
there hasn't actually been an Eminem movie though. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you could actually do that. You could do, like you're saying, literally like Tupac Shakur. What about Lakeith returning as Snoop Dogg? I love this fucking cast. This might be one of the best fucking cast movies in the past like 5 or 6 years.
Hell
it's
yeah.
so,
Yeah, so
fucking good. Everyone brings absolute A game. This is the movie I point to when people say, "What's O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s best performance?" Oh, it's this one. What's fucking
Where's
guy
his
who played
dad?
Dr. Dre's best performance?
I'm
This
gonna
guy.
look it up because I know
Corey
him.
something.
I'm actually a big fan of that actor, and I just am drawing a blank on his name.
Isn't it Anthony something?
I think it's Corey something, but
Might be Anthony Corey.
But like Lakeith Stanfield, except for Get Out, maybe this is probably one of his best.
Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to
that one
bother
too
you.
is that's
Yeah.
what I meant to say. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
sorry to bother you. Except for that, I'd say this is probably his
He is
best.
also really good in Get Out,
He
though.
just
not for
encapsulates
me.
Snoop Dogg so fucking
Corey
well.
Hawkins.
Corey
That's
Hawkins. I
his
knew it was
name.
a
Corey
fucking
Hawkins.
Corey.
He's great.
Anthony is the name of Fridge's real name.
Who you think is the
Yep.
same guy?
Yep. Yeah, with the amount of amazing people you have playing this eclectic cast of characters that actually existed and did these wild, crazy things in
Yeah.
real life, you could take any of them, any of these rappers in this movie, or ones that are adjacent that weren't in the movie that have take place with these characters. You could make an entire fucking Oscar-winning movie out of any of them. So
Yeah.
I really, really, really want to see more. It sucks that the movie ends where it does, and I think what's really driving that home is how quickly it wrapped up and how
It
much
did.
it glossed
Yep.
over what it's been setting up. And it's the main problem we have with every biopic is that, oh, it just glosses over everything. You can't shove a person's life into 2 hours. You can't.
Especially 3 people's lives.
About five.
Five.
They
3.
did. 5 forced down to 3. It's reminiscent of a lot of other biopics I'm thinking of off the top of my head. But most importantly, I'd say that at the end of the day, this movie fucking slapped. I love the editing. I love the sequences. I love like everything.
The soundtrack.
Everything that
That
revolved
one's a
around
given.
like the main 3. I know they're basically shoving themselves into the movie. Like, dude, Cube, Dre, and Easy motherfucking E. They were so fucking good. And the editing, whenever the movie was about the songs reflecting something that just happened that we just saw, for example, Fuck the Police right after that sequence, or No Vaseline right after the diss, anything like that is
When
spectacular.
they're cutting back and forth between the booth and the results of the record. Yeah.
Right? That's
Yep.
that's spectacular stuff. It reminds me of a lot of Aaron Sorkin's stuff, how it cuts back and forth to these events that correlate and stuff like that. Trial of Chicago 7, great movie.
Fantastic.
So, yeah. The only thing keeping it from a 9, I'm going to give it an 8. What's keeping it back is that I have a lot of respect for Ren and fucking Yella, and I felt like they were totally shafted.
Like, when it comes to NWA, most of the songs, like most of the sections that I like the most are Ren's.
Yeah.
And I know that Cube wrote most of the lyrics, but still, it's like, come on, you're doing
Ren's
my boy,
great, yeah.
you're doing my boy dirty.
You
Very
are.
true.
Like, come on, they're real people, they're real characters. Give
And
them
they're
something
super important.
Yeah, like they weren't just backup members. Like, come on. Even Bohemian Rhapsody got it right that you feel like the other members of Queen are real people, even though it's a Freddie Mercury biopic.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they totally had scenes. That's because they all produced it. But like they totally had scenes that gave Freddie his comeuppance in that. Like remember that scene when they left the studio just to fuck with Freddie to see if they'd say yes or not?
Yeah.
That was great. Like I needed more of that. I needed more character scenes with Ren with Yella to establish them as
Because they didn't have character scenes.
they didn't.
Mud, I will point out, not all of them produce.
Yeah, I know. But like, I think
Freddie's
the best
got-
example of this is Dre, E, and Cube all get their own intros. Yella is introduced as just Dre's friend, and then Ren just shows up with E.
Yep.
There's no intro for them.
And maybe the biggest dicking of all is Arabian Prince having an uncredited cameo in one shot.
Yeah.
He's like one of the founding fucking people.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yo, fuck him. I guess.
Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah. So,
But-
Ian, your thoughts?
Yeah, I fucking love this shit.
Yeah.
I love music, and this is a genre that kind of gets me a lot because a lot of music biopics, there are some really shit ones, but a lot of them that focus on things that I like are really interesting. So I'm sitting here gripped by this movie, gripped on what's happening because there's a lot of stuff I don't know, obviously. the editing in this movie is really, really good. That one take where you can obviously, you know where the wipe is, but it's not super obvious.
Yep. When
they were looking for Felicia.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
All of the acting you guys already said, I just want to say, every single one of them. O'Shea Jackson Jr., more like O'Shea Jackson because he was just his dad.
He was.
It's insane how good they all sounded, how good they all acted. The guy who was Eazy-E, when they were showing the clip of him at the end, I'm like, that's just the same voice.
Yep.
Lakeith Stanfield is Snoop Dogg. That's Snoop Dogg.
May not be like the same voice, but oh my god, he does an amazing impression. Just the hunch, the sort of squint, the hand movements. Like
you totally could have copped out and just done like the man, I love weed, blah 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 kind of deal that he usually is known for.
He never brings up weed once.
Never brings up weed once. He does it based off character, which is so fucking cool.
Yep.
And
honestly,
an amazing actor.
All of it, every scene was very, very gripping. The only gripe I have is the same gripe you guys have, where they don't focus enough on all of the founding members. That's tough. That fucking sucks.
Especially because I remember the first trailer and all 5 names were prominent. It was like Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube,
MC Ren.
MC Ren.
I remember he's not
Not Arabian Prince though.
Not Arabian Prince still. Fuck him.
Fuck that.
But like I remember that. I was like, oh shit, it's about all 5. And then the movie came out and it was about 3.
The scene with Dr. Dre's brother could have had more.
Yep.
That being said, that scene is so well acted.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That makes up for the lack of
introduction, I would say.
Character that we have about Tyree. I think his name was Tyree.
It's a character. He shows up to die.
Yeah. He's Dawson.
Yeah.
Then you get Corey fucking acting his ass off.
Oh my
and
god.
It's like, oh my god.
I would even. That's one of those moments I would give to Ren because he like puts his hand on his shoulder. And he's like,
he goes like this. He's like,
we're here for you.
We are here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, it's in support of another thing.
Yeah. It's not his own moment.
Plus the music, man. I love the music in this movie, and I like that they have the mix of the actors doing it and then the actual tracks.
Yep.
I know in Bo Rap they didn't do any of that. In Rocket Man they did a little bit.
Yeah. No. In Rocket Man, Taryn Egg sang most.
I think there's a couple where he does.
I had to think because I thought you just said Borat.
Bo Rap. In Borat, he goes, "My life." That's
what I thought. You just casually dropped that. So anyway, go on.
Like I really, really respect, and that's how I think you should do it. I think you can't just play the music verbatim because it's not as interesting. We know the songs.
Yeah.
I want to hear.
We want to hear the version that's in the movie.
It's like I was saying. Anytime they cross cut between what influenced them and then go back to what the song was produced after, like that's what that song was based off. That crazy wild event, and this is what's happening during and after.
Yep.
Holy fuck!
It puts you more in the movie.
So good.
Because if you're hearing just the song, you're like, oh, that's the song, and they're playing it during the scene. But if you hear the actors doing it, you're like, you feel like it's more genuine.
Yeah.
And I love that. The scene where they were playing, was it Straight Outta Compton? Where you could hear the actual, like, cut they made for the movie and then the actual song, like, simultaneous?
No, that was Fuck the Police.
That was
cutting back and forth between O'Shea Jackson and O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s versions.
So was No Vaseline, I believe.
No Vaseline was the same thing.
Like, and when you get that, you're, like, hearing the song, you're like, yes, yes, yes. And then you hear that and you're like, yes, I feel like I'm there with the raw audience.
The movie I wanted more of that out of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we got enough of it where it felt genuine and good.
Really good.
It was this movie feels genuine.
So
there's effort, there's love, there's passion. I haven't given my out of 10. I do have the same gripes that you guys have, but I feel like without those things, it might be a 10, so it's a 9.
Yeah,
oh, wow, okay.
I feel the exact same way. Ian.
I feel like every scene in this movie is, like you said, I wouldn't cut anything.
Yeah.
And that's a real credit to the movie. There's most of the time where I watch a movie, I'm like, there's a little bit of fluff.
Always.
And I feel like with everything that's happening, it might be a little busy, but I feel like all the stuff that is necessary.
I don't know about you guys, but my favorite movies ever usually have like no fluff. That's why it makes it one of my favorites.
That's a fact of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I agree with Ian though.
I think
it's near perfect.
I think this movie's great.
Hell yeah.
This Double Down was weird. I'm gonna just talk real quick.
Go ahead.
I thought MC Ren was also in Boys in the Hood. That was why I connected them. And I was like, I know Ice Cube's in it. I thought another member was in it. I'm like, is that MC Ren? It's not. It was just Ice
none
Cube.
of them.
Yep. So I was like, fuck, what's my connection? I'm like, they're just both the names of songs that they worked on.
But also, one actor in one is portrayed in another.
And I was like, there's so much connection here that I want to do it.
And also, there's
Good
a
enough.
line in Straight Outta Compton where he says,
"No,
I saw
Boys in the Hood."
that movie quality content just watched. So
It's good enough.
No, me too, easy.
I think the rule with Double Down is always just as long as you have a reason for why we're watching them
and
together.
Flimsy. It doesn't matter.
It wasn't even that flimsy because they reference one of the reference to the movie.
I think it's kind of creative seeing how we each try and find ways that they're connected each time.
I've always heard good things about Boys in the Hood and
Same.
wanted to watch it.
I've always heard amazing things about that movie.
And when I saw the trailer for Straight Outta Compton the first time, I wanted to go see it.
Yep.
And I think I was busy when you went to go see it
Mhm.
and couldn't go. And I just have not watched it.
Oh, you haven't seen Compton until today?
I've seen neither of these movies.
I'm in the exact same boat as Ian. I wanted to see Compton when it came out, and I just never got around to it. And just years later,
Well,
still hadn't.
You could have fooled me because you knew so much about how this movie was set
I've
up.
seen scenes on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Mostly the Dre scenes, but I've seen the scene that inspires "Fuck the Police."
Yep, me too.
I've watched some reviews of it. Back in the day when if I didn't see a movie, I'd just watch a review to get the gist of it. And
I try not to do that anymore because it'll influence me.
I don't watch reviews for movies until after I've seen them now.
Yep.
Because I do like to.
I'm the same way.
I do like to see what other people thought, but I don't want the influence. So like if we're about to see a movie like Thursday night and the reviews drop from the channels that I follow on like Thursday morning, I'm like, oop, that's Friday morning.
I put it
content
into
right
watch
there.
later, every single one.
Yep, that is going straight into the watch later bin, and that will be my Friday morning video.
But I'm very glad that I recommended both of these.
Yeah, you picked some good.
I need to start funneling some more shit into the show because
Please
I've been on a roll.
Well, funny you say that because I'm the reverse.
Yeah.
I've been torturing you guys, so I'm
God,
gonna
I
funnel
hate
some
you
better
both.
movies.
But both of
I'm
these
just gonna
movies,
keep firing off my fucking mids.
Yeah, nothing but mids for
I
Mud.
think both of these movies are absolutely phenomenal. Man, Boys in the Hood, it's probably top 20. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
Like, that film is fucking good.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd go that far, but it's on my favorites.
And it means a lot.
It
like,
does.
there's a lot
It's
there
so good.
to unpack. I actually kind of want to watch it again, almost immediately.
All right, let's
Like,
do it.
Yeah, it's only midnight. Let's do it.
Late night for us.
I feel like that movie, regardless of coming out almost 30 years ago, actually,
Relevant.
is still incredibly relevant, has so much to say, hasn't lost any meaning, and transcends the test of time, has phenomenal acting. A movie like that stands the test of time, because a lot of things that talk about the kind of heavy subject matter, sometimes they lose their relevance when things change,
only about what's going on in the moment.
or subsequently you can have it be a little bit too specific. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you talk about these things, you can get too specific and kind of lose it.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
like,
Boys
they're
in the
only
Hood
relevant to the
has
moment.
that perfect medium where it's very specific to that one place, that one area. But is it though? It's fucking not.
I would say that this and maybe Seven Samurai Double Down are my two favorite Double Downs.
They're the two best Double Downs.
As far as what the quality of the movies, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
probably
I
go
would say
that.
so. I feel the same way about Seven Samurai that Ian feels about Boys in the Hood. I'm like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever.
Oh, Seven Samurai is one of the greatest films ever. It's true.
It's true.
Like, it's just
I
there.
bought that shit on Blu-ray from the Criterion collection.
And the thing is, it's one of the greatest ever when it influences literally everything.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I still hear people talking about Boys in the Hood.
See, I don't
Yeah.
really hear it that much. I always
I've
hear
only heard good things about the movie from everybody.
I always hear Do the Right Thing, which I get, but I rarely hear Boys in the Hood.
Oh, I hear both. I hear both
Yep.
all the time,
Yep. And Mud. This is gonna be a hard one to follow up on, but
I'm
what
not
are your
even gonna try.
movies?
Don't worry.
Oh no.
Well, no, I'm keeping it simple this round. You guys both went really far out this time with the Double Downs. You guys shot your shots. Jake, yours failed. Ian, yours was great.
That's right.
I'd say mine succeeded.
It succeeded in the sense that you wanted it to succeed, but I
Yes.
still hate you.
I'll stick by that.
I'm keeping it simple this round to end us off. I'm picking a movie and its remake, but with one twist, which is almost everybody. Like, I've rarely, if ever, seen anybody pick the original over the remake. So we will be watching Judge Dredd and Dredd.
Oh. That's not what I thought you meant at all.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Scarfaces.
There's a remake of Scarface?
Scarface is the remake.
Oh. Fuck. No. So we're watching the 1990 Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd, and then 2012's Carl Urban.
Hot take. I've only seen Dredd. It's a mid.
Wow. All right.
I know. I'm firing in. But we'll get there.
You know what, Jake? You know what's funny?
Yes.
When I was thinking about this, I'm like, I have a feeling that I'm gonna pitch this, and Jake's gonna go, whatever.
You know
whatever.
what the thing is?
More like Mud.
I'm the exact opposite of Jake. I've only seen Judge Dredd with Stallone.
You have? I've never met anyone who's seen that movie. How is it?
It's a movie.